Hey guys, this is Mook. Thanks for watching. I'm here to show you today how to chalk a kettlebell, or at least my spin on how to chalk a kettlebell. There's lots of videos out there on the internet. Everyone's got a slightly different approach. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my approach. It might work for you, it might work, it might not. If it doesn't work for you, throw it out the window, look at someone else's. What I found is it really depends on how your skin is, and everyone's slightly different. For example, my training partner, his name is Alex. If he chalks a bell, for me, I might tear my palm. But if I chalk my bell, I don't tear my palm. And vice versa, if I chalk his bell, he sometimes tears or he loses his grip, but he chalks his own bell and it's all fine. So you've got to kind of experiment a lot with different ways of chalking and figure it out basically for yourself. What is the best method for you? Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We've got a bell that's already, the chalk is there, but it's kind of gone. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to take some sandpaper. This is, I believe it's called belt sandpaper. I could be wrong. You know, if you want to comment and tell me what it's called, I have no idea. But it's a fabric with a grit on it, right? It's a fabric and a grit. Okay, first thing we're going to do is we are going to clean the kettlebell handle off. Okay, get on there. We're going to take off all the chalk that's already on there. Okay. It's a good greedy surface. Now watch the direction of which way I'm grinding this off. Okay, I'm grinding it off this way, right? I'm not going that way. I'm going this way, right? See that? Okay, taking it all off. Getting a very nice, clean, smooth handle. Take all the remaining chalk off because you want this to be smooth, right? Okay, now I've got a spray bottle here. I'm going to spray it down a little bit so I can get rid of the rust and all the gunk that's been created on it. I'm shaving it down. Up. Okay. Now that handle's pretty good to go. It's pretty clean. Okay. It's a pretty clean, good looking handle and it's ready to go. Okay. Chalking really doesn't take too long. You know, maybe 10 minutes or something like that per bell. Okay. Now, I'm going to use the dry part of my towel now to get all that, if there was any water on it, to get it off. I want it to be nice and dry. Okay. I don't recommend chalking a wet kettlebell handle. Some people do it. It just doesn't work for me. Okay. I've got my chalk here. Now, this is the tricky part. I've got my spray bottle here, and I'm going to spray a little bit of mist on my palm, okay? Just a little bit. It's just some mist. My hand is a little bit wet. I'm rubbing that water into my palm. I do not want my palms to be wet, but I want a little bit of adhesion, a little bit of stickiness to my hands. Now I'm taking my chalk and I'm grinding it into my palms, okay? Grinding it into my palms. Right? My first layer is just a pretty superficial layer of chalk. Okay? Superficial. Very, very faint layer. Okay? Alright. It's a very faint layer. You see that? Not much to it. Okay? From here on out, now I'm going to kind of layer that. This angle is not the best. Let me see if I can get a better one. That might work. I apologize if the camera angle is shitty. Okay. Got a little bit of mist on my hand. I'm rubbing that in again. Get my chalk. Dig that into my palms. Okay. It's actually a pretty thin layer on the palms. thin layer. And now I am rubbing that in. Once again, note the direction of which way I'm rubbing the chalk into the handle. Okay. I'm going pretty hard with this too. I'm going pretty hard with it. I'm not being gentle with it. I'm really trying to dig that in there. And if you want to do it well, I recommend spending a lot of time. Okay? If you can see that light's not the best. Apologize for the lighting in my gym. Okay, we're going to do the whole thing. We're going to do the whole bell. A little bit of mist. Keep the water away from the bell when you do that. See, I've got to put distance between the spray and my hand, right? I'm not trying to get it wet. I'm just trying to get it sticky enough. If you're one of those guys who's got like sweaty palms or naturally oily palms, you might actually be able to do this without the spray bottle. I know a guy who can do this without the spray bottle. He does like a champion. Okay, here we go. Let's dig that in there. The most important thing you're trying to do when you chalk your bell is you're trying to get the chalk on in a certain way that when you're actually working with it, none of it comes off. Right? What's the point of putting chalk on your bell and after 5 snatches, all the chalk is gone? Right? That's pretty pointless, right? So you're trying to chalk it so that as you're snatching, all that chalk stays on there. Into my palms, you see that? Okay. And I'm going pretty hard. I'm not being gentle with it at all. It's looking better already. It's nice and thick, see? I hit that up, it doesn't go anywhere, right? That's the whole idea. That's what you want. You want this stuff to stay there for 100 reps, 200 reps, whatever the hell it is that you're doing. Not that I've ever gone there, but you know. What am I trying to say? I saw Sergey Mokulin chalk his bell, right? A 24 kilo. Chalked it, no water, no nothing. He just grabbed chalk and just started grinding it in there, right? And he did 125 reps per hand. And I swear to God, none of the chalk came off that thing. Not a single bit of chalk came off it. So that's what you're trying to get to, right? You're aspiring to chalk your bell that way. Flip the bell around a little bit. See, it's beginning to take form the way you want it. And it's not a layer of cake, yeah? You're not putting icing on a cake. That's too much. That chalk, once again, that stuff's going to come off. You're putting only enough that is going to stay there. Хорошо? Хорошо. It's my attempt to rush it. Okay. We're almost done with this guy. It's actually a little bit quicker than I thought, this one. Probably a good day. Going at this guy. Oh, making sure that's stuck in there. Now, most of it's on already. The way I see it, most of it's on already. Now we're just going to kind of make it look a little pretty. Just make it a little bit pretty, right? Because if it's not pretty, it's no good, right? Make it look nice and even. The most important part is really under the handle, right? That's where most of the grip is coming from. Right? I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. So under the handle, it's nice. It's good to go. Good to go, baby. All right, I'm happy with that one. Here, have a look. Okay. Chop on bell. Where'd it go? There you go. Okay, under the handle, most important part. See that? Okay. Now, one important thing. Kind of look. I don't know if you can see. I'm holding the camera weird. You see how much of a mess there is on the ground? Not very much. I just thought I would point that out. You don't have to make too much of a mess when you chop your bell up, right? Not too much. Okay, and that's a good handle, man. That's for me, at least, my style of lifting. That's going to work pretty well for me. I reckon. You can feel that. And like I say, it's not coming off. Right? I can snatch that guy today. I can snatch that in my set today, and this is not going anywhere. Okay? So, if you got any questions, give me a shout. Tell me what you think. Look, if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you. There's a whole bunch of other videos out there where people are chopping. And just try it out, experiment, see what works for you, and if it works, it works. All right, thanks.